Hello, my name is Chef Ava Marie. Welcome to the Chef Ava Marie Happy Hour podcast. I am your host. So we are on Facebook and we're on YouTube formerly. So today we're going to have a very special guest who is running for the superintendent for schools against Hector Camacho. Before we bring her out, I want to address a few neighborhood events I want to show you. There is one event on April 23rd. One is on Tuesday, April 14th, right here. This is this one coming on a Zoom call. I just got the book, and there's a Snoopy one. Don't forget that. And then we also got some other events. So we got lots of coming local events. In Palo Alto, we got the Cookie Club. So make sure you sign up for that at the Williams Sonoma website for Stanford. And then what else do I have here? I was just at the Stanford for the Sheldon's book signing. It was so much fun. We're going to have these guys coming on in the next program, so stay tuned for that. So, and that's a Snoopy book here that we're going to have in Daly City, John Daly Library. Okay, so that's enough for that. So I'm going to go ahead and let the guest in, and we're going to interview her. So let's get her on the show. So let's welcome her to the stage. Where's our guest? Right, so let's see. Where can we get Chelsea? Okay, where's Chelsea? Okay, Chelsea should be here shortly. So what? Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. So she is running for the superintendent for schools for the San Mateo County Office of Education. And her opponent is Hector Camacho. We're going to have it on very soon. So stay tuned for that. So she should be on any minute. So be ready for her appearance. So she is an educator, advocate, and a special needs philanthropist. So please welcome her when she's ready, if she's there. We just got to check where she is, where the world is. Yeah, hold on, okay? We got to check on her, okay? Where are you, Chelsea? Where are you? Where are you? So I'm going to check on her. Just hold on a sec, okay? I'm going to text her. Hold on. So just while we get this going, we're just going to check on our guest. Okay. So we got there, gave her the link. So how's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are doing well in the Bay Area. So we're just waiting for her to join. So hope you guys are having a good day. You know, I'm getting ready for the move to my new house in the same city of South San Francisco. Here's my Dee. He's so cute. So my dog. So let's see if she's coming. So we're just waiting for her to come. Yeah, that's my boy. So anyway, so a lot good happening with the move because I'm going to be moving to. This is early. This is I'm. There's a lot going on. I've been packing my bags, packing my cookbooks. It's just been a lot going. So it's all brand new. If you have any questions for the lady, please do so in the chat. But you know, there might be some chat functions on the YouTube page would be preferred. So please do that, okay? And thank you. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So we're just waiting for Chelsea, so just bear with me. Chelsea, if she's there, I'm So we're waiting for her to join. So we're just checking on her. So make sure she's on time. She's probably just figuring out, honey. So yeah, these things take time. Yeah, I just sent her invite, so we'll see what happens. So oh, she's here. So we got to guess. She is running for the library board. Um, actually, the school board, superintendent for schools. So we got to start the show. Let's welcome Chelsea Boney.
Hi,
Hello, Chelsea. How you
I'm
doing?
doing well. Thanks for
Oh,
the invitation, Ava.
you're welcome. So, what got you into the become an educator?
Well, I became an educator when I was, I decided before I went to college because my major was elementary education and psychology. So I decided early on that I wanted to be involved in education.
That is fantastic. So, what is your mission for to become the running for superintendent county of education for schools? Tell the people about it in right here on the Chef Ava Marie Happy Hour podcast right now.
Okay. Well, my purpose in running is really based upon all my years of experience, personal and professional in the system, and I really want to make it better and more accessible for
Oh
all
yeah,
students. So that's in short, but my focus really is on four main things that I'm focusing on in my platform. One is literacy. It's really at the base of
hmm
all that we do. And
yeah,
we need to be doing that in a way that is more accessible to all students. And so
yeah,
my advocacy for that has been around the science of reading and structured
hmm
literacy, which I've done, in my work in the classroom and also in my advocacy. Also mental health, because I have, a lot of work I've done in that area.
oh yeah,
Um, Transparency and accountability in the office, in the funds and in the programming and the circles and cycles that we have for improvement, and also making sure we're meeting the needs of every single student and using our data to inform that. And for me, that means access for those who are in special education across the board, all disabilities, all
yeah,
needs, as well as those who are twice exceptional or who have other needs that are more um, on the whole spectrum of needs. And so making sure that we're meeting every student where they are. So those are the things I'm focused on, and happy to chat more about that or answer other questions that you have.
thank you. So, as a promise that there's students that are actually go to classrooms until 22 years old, and I was one of those students there, and one of the successful ones. And once most of them actually go to institutions. As if I just decided to follow my own path and become a writer, and that's what I did in culinary. And
So
actually, I have another job too, So, but my question for you is, what will you do when you get elected and what will you do for the special education system during your term?
Well, there's a lot that we need to do. So, one of the focus that I have and I've had for years, starting back when I was had my own student, my younger son in our schools in San Mateo, Foster City School District, and also a lot of the work I've done to raise awareness about the gaps in our special education program. So,
Yeah,
a lot of it has to do with finding ways to embrace more inclusion within our programs, and that's been
yeah,
a huge focus of mine. In addition to um, finding ways to embrace parents in the process, right? And make sure that they understand it better, make sure they know the rights
yeah,
of the students. And as students get more older, there's every parent might assess this at a different time, but when students should be participating in that program, in the discussions about what their education looks like, what types of classes, what opportunities they have, and all their goals and things like that. Making sure we're very dedicated to bolstering that system. A lot of that can also happen through other advocacy I've been doing around our county SELPA, our special education local plan area, our community advisory commission or council, that gives, or committee, I guess it is, that gives, it's CAC, that gives parents the opportunity to participate, to have transparency and sort of give their input on what would be the special education funding that flows through our county and how that plan looks. And so all of that together with, making sure that we are providing additional supports for teachers, that we're working on funding so we can have more and pathways for teachers to go into that area, but also funding so that we have enough staff present and that we can make sure we're supporting the students in every way that we can. Mostly, in furtherance of that they're included in as many of the general education spaces as possible. What's their least restrictive environment, but also, acknowledging that sometimes there's another space that's important for that. And at the county office, we have a lot of work that we do and a lot of special services that we provide to students all the way up to age 22, right? And so so we need to make sure we're really invested in that and continuing that great work and also growing it and providing even more opportunities for students and maybe helping districts in other ways, right? So they can do better service for students, whether it's on our campuses or on their campuses. Maybe we're pushing into that space. And so from my perspective, there's so many ways we can improve how we're serving students and families and the community around special education. So I really appreciate that question, Ava. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then my question is, what will you do to bring the education system compared what your opponent has other plans to make it more accessible too. He was just in an article for San Mateo Daily Journal to be he has an endorsement for them. Do you have any endorsements for your campaign?
My endorsements are really important ones. I have the support of CTA at the state level, so also our entire county of districts who are represented or who are part of California Teachers Association. And that is that just says everything to me. That includes the teachers in our county office of education, which is I'm honored. I'm honored to have that support because I have been present in the spaces. I visit the schools. I'm accessible to the teachers. And in our role as board members, because I'm currently right on the County Board of Education there in the same space, we don't have a lot of authority over what happens with the staff and the teachers, but we are it ties into the budget, and we're responsible for approving the budget. And so that work is very important to be understanding what's going on in the programs and how we're supporting our teachers and staff. And I also have the endorsement of some state level representatives, but including Tony Thurman, state superintendent.
Oh, he's the best.
I'm honored. I'm honored to have that support. I don't have every endorsement, of course, but we're all in this because we want to make sure that we're serving kids in a way that improves their outcomes. And at the end of the day, that's what we should be looking at, right? Is the work we're doing, are the budget funds that we're spending, are they impacting students and their outcomes? And if they're not, what do we need to adjust, right? And how do we need to engage with the community to see how we can do that better? So I'm really have top of mind, to be in the community, in the schools, I've made a statement, I think, in one of my meetings with superintendents in the county that I really have a goal of visiting every school in our county during my first, at least the first year of my term if I'm elected, so that I'm really present and understand the needs. Because when I served on the San Mateo Foster City School Board, I really learned how each school, even in one district, and it is one of the larger districts in the county, right? How every school is different and has its own personality and its own needs. And so finding ways that we can support the schools, from the bird's eye view, right? And how can we support the districts all? And then what are the individual needs that they have? So we really need to be in those spaces and present. So that's my hope, and my goal in that regard.
That's fantastic. So, what are your hobbies aside from serving in the disability pride and education community?
Oh, my hobbies. That's a great question. I love to be outdoors. I before I moved to the Bay Area, I lived up in Tahoe and Truckee, so I'm a winter sports person. I love snowboarding. I love walking. I used to do marathons, but now I'm to walking. I'm not doing marathons anymore. um, but yeah, I do a lot of that. I love to read. I love to do research. And yeah, I just like to be with my family, and I watch a lot of baseball because I have two boys. They're older now. They're 18 and 22, and I've been to probably hundreds of baseball games of different sorts.
Wow.
So that's a pastime, I suppose. Maybe it's a hobby.
That's fantastic. And do you find a time after a hard day of work just want to cook a simple meal for yourself or your family just after all this work on the campaign?
We do find time to do that. It's interesting since the pandemic, I would say. My husband's been more taking on the task of doing the shopping for the family, the groceries, and then we've been planning family meals more. And I know it's been a while now since the pandemic, but we're continuing even though our kids are moving out and such. So we have been really trying to perfect, and in these times when we're working together, we've been trying to perfect some of the recipes of my husband's nanny. She passed away a couple of years ago at 104. And so our whole family, she's an amazing cook. And so we've been trying to do that. So we'll make meatballs together. We're trying to perfect her sauce, her gravy, all those things. So that's maybe also a hobby, but also it helps, with the relaxing after the time, and also feeds the family. So yeah, that's been a lot of fun.
And what's next for Chelsea, Bonnie, if you don't get elected against
Oh,
Hector?
well, good question. So I was just reelected to the county board in November of 24, after being elected first in 2020 to the County Board of Education. So I will still have my seat on the county board if I am not elected. And so I'll continue that work, and as well as other work I do in the community.
Good.
Yeah. So I think that keeps me busy now, and I'm sure it will continue to do so.
Good for you. And then we're going to play the top 5 questions that I do to every guest on the show.
Okay.
So we're going to ask you the top 5 questions. So let's play a game.
Okay.
Favorite podcast you currently listen to on your commute?
I listen to, a good friend of mine has a podcast called Mother's Quest, and I listen to that pretty regularly.
Oh, cool. And number 2, favorite place to shop?
Oh, favorite place to shop. I do actually like to go shopping in person. I guess I would have to say Nordstrom. It's close by,
Oh,
and
yes. They have Nordstrom Rack.
been for my
Yes.
family, for my boys. But yeah, love it.
Number 3, favorite place to dine out in the Bay Area, like San County.
Favorite place to dine out? So we've been, going lately a lot to, town in San Carlos.
Oh,
Again, it's a request from my sons who love their steaks. So, yeah, that's been one of our places. A lot of the restaurants we love have been closing, but we go to San Francisco a lot for dinner as well. So,
oh,
yeah. So I would say if I had to pick one, my favorite, not like for my kids, it would probably be Potrero Hill restaurant, because I used to live there, called Chez Mama. It's a French
oh.
restaurant. Yeah, it's delicious. You should definitely make your way there if you haven't been there.
Yeah, definitely one of these days. And then favorite dog park in the county.
Oh, I don't have a dog.
I have dogs. They're
Yeah,
right here
I
with
have
me.
2 cats, so but they don't go out. So I don't know that I have a favorite dog park.
But there's a lot of dog parks in the area, so that's
I've seen
okay.
them. Yes, I've seen over at Ryder Park, there's some pretty, big ones. Aren't there I think over there they have one for big dogs and for little dogs, but I've just walked by, I've never gone in.
That's what I like to ask. That's so important. And favorite TV show.
Favorite TV show? Oh, my favorite show to watch, sort of to unwind, is Survivor.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I do enjoy it. It's definitely a good season this year, so
Yeah,
right.
I just watched the trailers with Survivor star Yam Yam.
Oh, yes.
He's
Well, it's
sweet.
their
He's a
15th
queen.
season, so it's been going for a while.
And he was a cuss. They took him away at the dinner table. That star.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 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 yeah. He
Yeah.
was sweet.
Do you watch it? Do you watch that show?
No, but I like the traders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you get the gist of it.
Well, it was good having you, Chelsea. And you were such a great guest on the show. And you were, and make sure, and everyone out there, make sure you vote for her this June, okay?
Thank you, Ava. It's such an honor to be invited. If I could just say a couple words in closing, I wanted to thank you for all the times you've been present and so amazing at the Commission on Disabilities and the Transition to Independence Fair. I know that it's still continuing. I don't know if you've come every year, but I know every year that I was involved with it, you were there and a highlight of the event. And that's how we met. And so I just wanted to give a shout out for that because it was always so much fun to watch you in action doing your cooking, and it was amazing.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. And then Hector's going to join in 2 weeks. That's what I just talked to Christy today, and he's been really busy at his other job in the office, at the county office. So he's been really busy late nights.
Yeah, we're all super busy. It's a lot going on in our county. So thank you again, and good luck with all that you're doing. I'm so excited for you, and this is amazing podcast. So thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
That was Chelsea Bodini. So she was great. So until next time, guys, as always, Saki to perfection. And we will have another show very soon with Doctors Non-Body and Nadini. So stay tuned for that. Have a good day. Bye-bye.